Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt powerless and ineffective? Or perhaps you've seen someone constantly living in the shadow of others, leaving their decisions to the influence of others. This video will explore the characteristics of those commonly referred to as beta males. The term beta male is often used to describe men who are more passive, shy, and dependent on others' approval compared to alpha males. However, this label goes beyond just a lack of confidence. It also encompasses behavioral patterns within society, ways of self-expression, and interactions with others. If you want to deeply understand this topic and learn how to avoid these traits, you're in the right place. So let's begin by exploring the 5 characteristics of beta males. 1. Seeking approval. Seeking approval is when a man waits for a woman's admiration, appreciation, and acceptance. The dating process progresses through mutual agreements between two people, and the woman must be willing to certain things. While it might seem logical for a man to seek a woman's approval in this context, it's actually not. This behavior indicates that the man is insecure and feels worthless. By viewing the woman as superior and striving to make her happy while seeking her approval at every step, this approach tends to push women away. Men who seek approval often desire to gain superiority over other men through victory in the eyes of women. Thus, the woman's approval becomes highly significant to them. This tendency is seen in most beta males, perhaps up to 90%. Many men may not admit this tendency due to their ego, but it becomes evident in their behavior, especially around attractive women. The easiest way to identify a beta male is to observe how he seeks approval in the presence of an attractive woman. Seeking approval is a deeply ingrained habit. Controlling these tendencies and mitigating beta traits is quite challenging because these behaviors are rooted in the subconscious. Men who don't want to disturb women often resort to excessive politeness and insincere behavior. Such behaviors are also seen in many men who have reached an intermediate level in the dating game. They constantly seek approval during introductions, conversations, and dates. This indicates a lack of complete self-confidence and self-belief, linked to low self-worth. If a man sees himself as less valuable than a woman, he will resort to seeking approval. This creates a collapse in his belief system and reality, leading him to become a beta male on her backup list, feeling increasingly worthless within her framework. The correct approach in relationships is to internalize the belief that I am valuable and worthy. When you embrace this belief, you can interact with women comfortably in any environment and situation, being impressive without seeking approval because you know your own worth. 2. Trying to create desire by being nice. One of the most notable traits of beta males is their strategic approach. They attempt to create a sense of obligation by being overly nice, doing things without expecting anything in return, and showing constant attention. This often starts with doing the woman's tasks, buying things for her, or handling her responsibilities. By constantly showing interest, they hope the woman will choose them. However, this strategy rarely works. Women often keep beta males on their backup lists, as their surroundings are typically filled with such men. Which one should they choose? Being nice does not create desire or a sense of obligation. It cannot be used as a bargaining chip for attraction. No matter how many favors you do, it does not create instinctive attraction. If you have fallen into the beta category, it becomes nearly impossible to attract the woman because you are categorized in her mind. She sees you as a potential friend rather than a romantic partner. If you bring up the favors you've done, you might receive a response like, "You shouldn't have done that. Were we forcing you?" which only pushes you further away. This does not mean you should be rude to women. In dating, investment should be balanced. If you're investing too much, you should stop. Nothing in this world comes without a price. You must understand relationship dynamics and use the right strategies. If you become a beta male who does nice things and waits on the side, you won't achieve your goals. You will remain the man who watches from the sidelines rather than the one women choose to be with. 3. Fear of losing. Every relationship involves a hidden power dynamic, where one side is often seen as more valuable. One party typically fears losing more, and this fear can lead to panic-driven behaviors. Beta males often see women as more valuable and fear losing them. As a result, they try to constantly please them, sometimes even displaying passive-aggressive jealousy. Fear of losing drives them to avoid taking risks, sticking to the safest paths since they have invested a lot of effort into one woman. As effort invested in a woman increases, the beta male starts to view her as special and the most suitable partner for him. However, this process continues cyclically, and despite the beta male's fear of losing her, the inevitable happens. Someone else takes her. The natural consequence of avoiding action is that the woman ends up with someone else. Fear of losing a woman leads beta males to a passive attitude, which makes them less attractive. Overcoming this fear and acting with self-confidence makes a man stronger and more effective. 4. Neediness. Neediness is at the core of beta behavior. This neediness manifests both emotionally and sexually. Many men are emotionally needy because they generally don't have many women in their lives, which deepens the neediness psychology. Even a little attention from a woman can lead to extreme attachment. When something is scarce, it becomes more valuable, and you don't want to lose it. However, one of the biggest turnoffs for women is neediness, as dealing with a needy man is challenging and exhausting. Needy beta males continuously show excessive interest, overwhelm women, beg for relationships, and try to create a sense of obligation with various favors. Since they do this with a certain level of social etiquette, women often keep them on their backup lists. Women appreciate attention and find it attractive, but they prefer to receive it without giving much in return. Therefore, they keep these beta males in orbit, exploiting their interest. Beta males with good financial status are also more prone to being used. Ultimately, if you allow yourself to be exploited, women will exploit you too. If you're eager to be a doormat, many will gladly step on you. The issue of neediness is actually a paradox. If a man is naturally abundant, meaning he has many women around him, he starts to embody alpha, indifferent behaviors. However, this option is not available for most men. Men with natural advantages and who have learned the right behaviors early experience this abundance. For example, there are men who had relationships with many girls in high school, while others graduate from university as virgins. Therefore, expecting abundance is meaningless because abundance is a result. You must overcome neediness psychology. Even if you have no women in your life, you need to demonstrate alpha behaviors. 5. Passivity and indecisiveness. Taking the lead in a relationship and guiding a woman may seem simple, but it's actually quite complex. It requires a man to be self-confident, grounded, experienced, and understanding of certain things. Many men struggle to attract women of the same age. Age differences often work to the man's advantage. Thus, even passive beta males might manage to lead younger women, but struggle with their peers. Passivity is primarily due to a lack of life experience and exposure. When you haven't lived enough, you don't know what to do in various situations. From simple to complex matters, you can't lead a woman effectively. You struggle with decisions like where to go or what to eat. Beta males remain passive and shy around women. Over time, this becomes a habit and a social comfort zone forms. But this usually remains limited to friendly behavior and rarely progresses to a relationship. This doesn't mean beta males can't have a partner. They certainly can. However, these strategies have a low success rate and high likelihood of dissatisfaction in relationships. Passivity and indecisiveness can lead to serious issues in relationships and are often among the reasons many marriages end in divorce. The inability to guide the relationship, indecisiveness, and lack of leadership weaken relationship dynamics and cause long-term problems. Therefore, overcoming traits like passivity and indecisiveness is crucial for a healthy and happy relationship. In this video, we've explored the 5 core traits of beta males and provided some tips on how to overcome these behaviors. If you found this video helpful and you're ready to take steps towards self-improvement, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Share your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends so they can benefit from this important information too. I'll be back in the next video with more insights and advice. See you soon.